everybody, hello and welcome back for another strategies, tactics and boost video. And we are one day before, well, the video. I'm shooting the video one day before the racing weekend, before the opening and the final round. So the opening and final round of the Lunar New Year event. I hope you all made it to the opening round. You qualified. We helped you with our last video and make it to the opening, where we are going to have some very interesting races. So stay tuned and see this video until the end of it. I think we can help you get to the final, and from there get to the highest final position you can get. First of all, let's take a look at the 8 tracks we are racing. And we have Sao Paulo, which is going to be the track that will give us the fastest lap. Then we have Melbourne and Suzuka with rain, 10 and 40%. Dry Singapore, rainy Monza. Oh, if it's difficult when it's dry, don't even I don't want to even imagine what will happen if it's a full wet race there. Also, we have Silverstone with 53% chance of raining, and dry races in Barcelona and Baku. No high temperatures, only chances of rain in 4 tracks. And yeah, the most difficulties if it rain, it will be in Suzuka and Monza. But okay, we'll see. We'll see what will happen this weekend. So let's get started with our tracks. First of all, Brazil. We have the fastest lap here. The fastest lap, of course, always with softs. And Merlion, I wouldn't go with wildcore, but I would keep my Warden on and yeah, go with my classic setup. I wouldn't go with wildcore, but in this event, if you remember, wildcore is 25%. So this means that, of course, we are using wildcore. If it wasn't plus 25%, the wildcore breaks, then I would keep my Warden for the fastest lap. But now, of course, it's a no-brainer to use wildcore. So, of course, one pit strategy, especially if we are at the back of the grid, and not only 4-5 medium hard, 5 laps with mediums, only if we make them in our first stint. So like this, 5-4 medium, because it's very marginal. Even with 99%, even with 99 tire management, it's very marginal to do 5 laps with mediums. So only if it's the first stint. If you go 5 laps in your second stint, then it has to be hard. Okay, and of course, the fastest strategy and the one that we are using to chase the fastest lap is 2 pit stops, all softs. Okay, next one is Australia. We had some changes in the track, but my understanding is that nothing has changed, so we keep the strategies as they were. Of course, one pit strategy, 5-3, hard, soft. 5 laps with medium, nope. Now, if we want to do to use mediums, then it's 4-4, medium, hard. Again, it's like Brazil. Here, 4 laps with medium are a little bit marginal, so we won't be able to push a lot. So if we use mediums, it has to be in our first stint, second stint hards, so we can push. But this is a very passive way to approach the. We will be fast because we're using mediums, but we won't be able to push a lot. Now, if you want to be aggressive, even if you are at the back of the grid, if you are at the back and have high pit times, okay, avoid this because you will lose a lot of time in pit. But if you have under 4 seconds pit times, then go for it, even if you are at the back of the grid. 3-3-2. Using softs in Australia makes you fly. It's the fastest way to go, so trust me on this. If you have low pit times, and boost them with Tunin or Kavai or Merlion or even Wood, of course, it's perfect to go only softs in Australia. Now, if it rains, we have seen in Australia that half the bots pit on lap 4 and the other half on lap 5. The top 10, top 12 bots pit in lap 5 and the bottom 12 pit in lap 4. So my take on this is pit on lap 4. If you can both your drivers, even better. Only if you are at the top, go and pit in lap 5. Okay, next one is Suzuka, which is not as easy as someone would think, because okay, 4-3-3-4 easy, no, because yeah, it's okay, 4-3 hard medium. If you have tire management, then and of course 3-4 medium hard. 4 laps if it's the second stint, we go with hards, but the fastest way to go is this: both stints medium, first stint 4 laps. This is maybe the fastest strategy, where you can be aggressive. In second stint you can push as much as you can. Let me remind you that in your first stint you will run out of tires by the end of sector 3, but it's okay, you won't lose any time. It's okay in Suzuka, so don't worry about it, go for it, and don't be afraid that you lose time because of 0 tires. Now, I say here, if you are at the top, and maybe let's say if you are at the top 10, you can go to pits, soft, medium. Here we have to go to have a very good power unit management, and we could easily go, instead of 2-2-3 soft medium, we could go 3-2-2 and do our first stint with softs. So first stint we won't push so much, we will charge our power unit, so we have a full power unit for the second and the third stint with softs. And of course you can always go use this strategy, 3-4 soft medium, but you will run out of tires in both stints a little before the finishing line. So it's a little bit tricky. It's very fast. Against a real player, I wouldn't recommend it. Against a maxed out bot, probably not. It depends on the strategy the bot is going to use. For me, if you ask me, I would really like to go 3-2-2, soft, 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 and 4-3 for sure. One of my drivers will go 4-3, medium, medium. Now, if it rains, the bots will pit lap 4, so we undercut, we pit lap 3, 3-4, our best choice, and if we are at the top, as always, we pit with the bots 4-3. Next one is Singapore, a dry race. So simple, 2 pit stops, all softs for one driver, and 1 pit stop, 3-3 mediums for our second driver. Be careful, the reliability here is going down very fast, so be careful. Although in 3 laps we can manage it and be aggressive, but if you decide to go like this, which I wouldn't recommend so much, but if you are afraid of going to pit stops and you want to go both your drivers 1 pit stop, then go 4-2 hard soft, but use gin or hook. That will boost your reliability, because 4 laps with in Singapore, yeah, reliability will drop down to almost 0. Okay. Monza. Okay. In Monza, we all know that we like 1 pit strategy, 4-4. Give me 1 second. Yes, 4-4, hard, hard. And of course, if you have the tire management, this can change and go 4-4 medium hard. Okay. And of course, we have all the variations of 2 pit strategy, 2-3-3, 3-3-2. If you have good tire management, you can do 3 laps with the soft compound. If you don't have, then you have to go for mediums in the stints with 3 laps. As you can see, there are many variations of this. Now, if it rains, only this. If it rains, it's only this, 4-4. Everybody is pitting. Pray that it doesn't rain in Monza. This is the only thing I have to say to you, because everybody is pitting in lap 4. No one is pitting lap 3. No one is pitting in lap 5. And there is no use, there is no sense in trying to pit in lap 3 and then do 2 pit stops, like something like 3-3-2. No, we are going to lose a lot of time, and it won't work. It's only 4-4 for both our drivers, and it's not only for both our drivers. 24 drivers are going to pit in lap 4. I really don't. I'm happy that at this stage of the season, I'm racing for P1, P2, so I'm avoiding pit traffic. But I remember when I was P17, P16, P18, P19, oh man, pit traffic is awful. And imagine now pitting 15th with other 24 cars. The only thing I would try to give you as an advice is, okay, 4-4, and as you can see, I'm here suggesting to use tire management boosts, because if you want to push, you will probably need them. But maybe now that the boosts are boosted, maybe it's a better choice to go with tune-in or wood, the two best boosts in pit time. Maybe this is the way we can win some positions by doing a faster pit stop than the bots. Just a suggestion. Okay, next one is Silverstone. One track I like a lot. If it's dry, of course, if we are at the back or in the middle of the grid, again, one pit is working. Hard, medium, and medium hard, of course. But if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, and I would say try it if you are at the back of the grid and you have low pit times. If you have 5 seconds, 6 seconds pit times, forget it. Don't go for one pit stop. But if you have 4 seconds, less than 4 seconds, try it if you want. Try your one driver going 2 pit stops, 2, 2, 3, soft, medium. We cannot go 3 laps with soft, so this is exactly as you see it. And of course, our second driver will go medium, soft. It's the fastest strategy we can go. Now, if it rains, all the bots are pitting lap 4. We want to avoid them, so 3-4 is the way to go. Both drivers, if we are at the back or in the middle of the grid, try to create a gap and pit them both at lap 3. If you are afraid so much, you can try 2-3-2, but the pit lane in Silverstone is not so slow. It's quick, so maybe we can try this, but as a last resort, I would really like for you to go 3-4 both your drivers if you are not at the top. But if you are afraid of stacking and that you will lose a lot of time, then go 2, and especially if you have a driver at the back of the grid, meaning 18th and lower, go for it. You will get out 24th, push a little bit to catch up with the cars that are in front of you. Just stay there, don't push, don't try to overtake, don't do anything. Wait until lap 4, when they will all enter the pits, and then push the whole lap in order to gain as much positions as you can and go as fast as you can to your pit stop, which is going to be without service. First pit stop, you do it with service. Second pit stop, no service, and you go for the last 2 laps. It can work, but it needs perfection. So first choice, 3-4, both of our drivers. Second choice, if we are at the back, this strategy. And of course, if we are at the top, we go for 3. So we separate our 2 drivers, 3-4 our one driver, and 4-3 our second driver. Track number 7, Barcelona. Dry race. Here we have some tire management issues. We can't go 5 laps with hards, and we can't go, well, we can go 5 laps with mediums. We can go, but yeah, I have some crazy players saying that they are going 5-3 medium soft. I see it a little bit passive. You can't push as much as you want. So if you are at the back, I would prefer to go hard soft and soft hard if you want to go the opposite. But wherever you are, one of your drivers should go like this: 4-4, both mediums. Don't even think about something else. This is the best and the fastest strategy for this track. So 4-4, both mediums, even if you are 24 or even if you are P1. Don't even think about it. If you want the fastest strategy, this is it. Of course, if we are P1, there is always this strategy. If we are P1, P2, P3, if we are at the top and maybe in the middle, now that the race start is boosted so much, we start with softs. So one of our drivers go 4-4 medium medium. I would prefer my second driver to go with the best strategy. So because he needs to win even more positions than our first driver, and our first driver go with 2 pit stops, soft, 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 3-3-2. It's very fast. We overtake easily. So it's all about power unit management here, this strategy. If you don't need race start to boost your race start and other stats, then go with Merlion or tune in here or Wood. If you want both race start and pit times, because we have 2 pit stops, then go with Kavai. But even without, if you want to focus more in cornering and in overtaking, then go for Koopa, go use Hook, Herald. All of these boosts are working depending. These boosts are if you are at the middle of the grid, and pit time boosting is if we are at the top of the grid. Okay, and finally, our 8th track is Baku. Try again race. For those of you that are at the back or in the middle of the grid, especially at the back of the grid, and I'm going to say it again, when we are at the back of the grid and we have a little bit higher pit times, we must go for 1 pit stop. So we want strategies with 1 pit stop if it's possible for every track. It's not possible for every track, but for most of the tracks we can go 1 pit stop. So go for them, because big pit times are a waste of time. When you drop your pit times, then you can think about 2 pit strategies. So here it's 4-3 hard medium or 4-3 medium medium. You can do it, and in your second stint you will be very aggressive. And of course 3-4 medium hard. Again, if the second stint is 4 laps, then go only with hards. The fastest strategies though here again are the 2 pit strategies, but as I told you, we need normal pit times, okay, less than 4 seconds. So maybe less than 3.5, but okay, let's say less than 4 seconds. 2-3 soft soft medium and 3-2 medium soft soft. Here first stint, if your driver like Gasly, this event has very good tire management, then you can go all softs 3-2, and this way both your drivers will start with softs and have a better race start. It's very important to understand your, give me a second, okay, it's very important to understand the ability of your drivers to manage their tires, how much you can push with them and how much you have to conserve, how many laps you can go with each compound. And I'm saying this because at this stage of the season, many of us are using Prost, who has a very bad tire management, and I wouldn't start Prost. I would start Prost in Baku. I would choose for him 2-2-3, this strategy and only this strategy, soft soft medium 2-2-3, because if I started him 3-2-1 3-2-2, I couldn't use softs in the first stint. He cannot go 3 laps with softs. So it would be Gasly 3-2-2 all softs, and Prost 2-2-3 soft medium. So see, learn your the capabilities of your drivers, and accordingly choose which strategy you are going to use for each driver. It's not only, okay, my first driver, I will give him this strategy, and second driver this strategy. No, it's not first driver this strategy, second driver this strategy. We have to see the tire management they have. We have to see a lot of things before deciding. So and tire management is one of these factors. So don't forget, when choosing which strategy goes to which driver, to keep in mind that some strategies need very good tire management. Anyway, let's go. Let's take a look again our 8 tracks. So it's Melbourne, Suzuka, Monza and Silverstone, our possibly wet tracks, and Sao Paulo, Singapore, Barcelona and Baku, our dry tracks. It's going to be an interesting event, and I will say it again, Suzuka and Monza are my biggest fears for this event. We'll see. We'll see about it. Okay, that's it. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, any questions, you can write them below in the comment section of this video, or you can go into the description of this video, see, click on my Discord server link, join my Discord server, and then there we can discuss anything you like. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button, and of course come back for our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck to everyone in this exciting racing weekend. See you next time. Bye everybody. Bye.